Today we're going to see about making a guillotine tool for our hardie hole on our anvil. I'm looking forward to the project. I'm not sure how well it's going to turn out, but we're going to give it a go, so stick around. Okay, that was just a quick dressing of the edges on this. Now, I've got hearing protection and eye protection on. I know you can't see it. I'll show you that later. So I apologize if I'm talking a little bit loud, or possibly not loud enough. Anyway, the plan is we're going to make a guillotine, and what we're going to do is cut these and weld them in place in 4 separate spots. And then we're going to have a piece of material at the top and a piece of material at the bottom. This is going to be the top piece, and it's going to slide and hammer. It's going to do like a double fuller kind of action. It's much more reliable than a spring fuller and much more even. So I should have gotten a 1/2 inch stock, but I ended up with looks like 1/4 inch. So hey, we're just going to make do with what we got. Now that we've got our base plate and our 4 stands cut, we're going to start to cut the blade, I suppose you would call it, and then this will be the bottom blade. But we're going to cut this at 4 inches. It is 3 inches wide, and we're going to cut it 4 inches long. And then this one here is going to be the bottom plate. That's about 1 inch wide, and we're going to cut that 4 inches long as well and dress the ends. This is our top, that's our bottom. So let me get this all set up, and we'll go from there. Alright, ready to cut them and dress the ends. Well, now that we've got about 90% of the pieces cut, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a piece of 1-inch pipe and I'm going to heat it up and I'm going to use it for the hardie hole, and I'll show you that, so hold on. So all you need to do is take it, scrape it first, and then just want to start squaring. One thing is, obviously, it's pipe, so it's going to move a lot different and a lot quicker. So you just want to test it every so often against your hardie hole. Starting to get there. I think one more heat and we'll have it. Once you get to this stage, kind of tap it in there. I don't want to use the heads of my hammer. I don't want to ruin it. So now if you want, you can do that again. Just, you know, hammer it in there a little bit. I think I will, just to be on the safe side. So one more, and then we'll cut this off and we'll start to weld it onto the plate and get everything set up. Now that we've got our pieces cut, what we're going to do next is we're going to weld the piece that goes in the hardie hole onto the base plate. So I'm going to take a series of measurements and find exact center of this thing, and then I'm going to make sure that that's 1/4 inch wide all the way across, and that'll tell me where I want to place my bracket pieces. They're going to sit basically like this, so that way one of the flush sides will sit along with the blade. There we go. The blade will sit in there. Well, you'll see. Hold on. One more thing to weld, and we'll be done. Next, we've got to weld a striking plate onto the top part of the guillotine. So, that's what we're doing. Now, as far as I'm aware, besides cleaning up the anvil, there's one thing left to do. And all we have to do is grind a couple of grooves onto these dies so that way they don't, well, pinch the metal too much. You don't want to overdo it. So we're going to grind that in there real quick. Alright, so this is what we were able to come up with. Bottom plate. Top plate. Now, this gap here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's a gap there big enough for a piece to fit through. Without minimal touching. And the whole point is that whenever we go to use this, we won't completely crush what it is we're doing. We'll actually have about 1/4 inch worth of room in order to use it. Now, that's what this one, we can make new plates for it at any time for any kind of shapes that we're looking for. And of course, down the road, if I need to, I can build one that's a little bit thicker for like 1/2 inch material or whatever. So there's this one. So now next video to show you how to use it. Alright, so I did an initial test and I found that because there was nothing holding it here and here, the top die was sliding out a lot, especially when I got it up and was getting ready to hammer. So I just threw on a couple pieces of Gorilla Tape for right now. I'll figure something else out down the road. Otherwise than that, it worked okay. I just had trouble keeping the die in. So let's see if this goes. I've got the piece of stock heating up right now. As soon as it comes up to temp, we'll give it another go. Alright, let's give it a go. Alright, that looks to be real good. Double fullering type action. So, not bad. Not bad at all. One last thing before I go. I would like to say thank you to Miss Lorelei Sims, who wrote the book, The Backyard Blacksmith. It was given to me as a gift, and I've read it. Very good book. Half of your blacksmithing experience should actually be research, and the guillotine is actually from one of the pages in here. Very handy tool, a lot of really good information, so please get it and give it a read. It was picked up on Amazon. I'm not sure for how much because it was a gift, but anyway, so thank you again and check you next time.